Hi everybody, Reich Polo Tech here. Today I'm going to show you how to fix a leaking or dripping kitchen sink faucet. The repair kit for this faucet was very inexpensive. It was $2.10 and I picked it up at Lowe's. Alright, let's get down to it. Let me start out by saying this. This kitchen sink is actually in a break room kitchen at my work, so it doesn't get quite the love that a kitchen sink would get in somebody's house, but still needs to be repaired because it's dripping, as you can see. First thing I want to show you is the tools that we're going to be using. We need an Allen wrench, a small flathead screwdriver, the repair kit, and I'm using a channel lock. You can also use a pipe wrench. Alright, next I want to show you what's underneath the sink here. As you can see, there's a cold water shutoff valve and a hot water shutoff valve. This valve here is on the hot water side. It goes to the dishwasher. This valve over here is on the cold water side, and it goes to the ice maker for the refrigerator. So we want to go ahead and turn the cold water valve off and the hot water valve off. Once you turn those off, you can open your faucet and no water should be coming out. If water is coming out or it's dripping, then you know that you have a leaking shutoff valve, and that will probably need to be replaced at some point. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is grab our Allen wrench. As you can see on the handle here on the top, there's an Allen keyhole. Stick it in there and loosen it up. Take it off. Next, I suggest taking some sort of towel or rag and just covering up the drain hole, so in case you drop any pieces down into the sink that they don't go down into the trap down below. Alright, let's grab our channel locks and loosen this up. Once you loosen it, you can take it off by hand here. After that, we're going to pull all the pieces out. As you can see down in the hole, there's going to be 2 rubber gaskets there with 2 springs. Those are what we're going to be replacing. Now we're going to take our small flathead screwdriver and take these rubber gaskets and the spring out of both sides. Now, as you can see when I'm lifting this spring out, this spring has a larger diameter side and a smaller diameter side. When we go to put it back in, the larger diameter side goes down and the smaller side goes up, and then the rubber seat goes on top of that. Next, grab your repair kit, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we did taking them out in reverse. Remember, your spring has a wider side and a narrow side. Wider side goes down, narrow side up. The rubber gasket has a deep side. The deep side sits on top of the skinny side of the spring, just like that. Then I like to take my screwdriver, stick it down in the hole to get both the spring and the rubber gasket on it, like that, and go ahead and install it back in. A lot of times you'll have to use your finger to kind of get it seated in there nice and level. Once you do, it will look like that. I'm only going to do the one side because the other side's exactly the same. Alright, once you get both of them in, now we're ready to move on. This is a lever ball for the handle. It has 3 holes in it, 2 smaller ones and 1 larger one. The 2 smaller ones are the hot and the cold water coming in, and the larger one is where the two, once they've mixed together, will come out. They directly correspond with the 2 rubber seats that we put in there, hot on the left, cold on the right, and the one in front is where the water comes out of the faucet. You can also tell on this lever ball is the post for the handle. You can see the notch up here at the top where the set screw for the handle goes against and tightens down, flat against that piece right there. It also helps us line up directly straight the handle because it lines up exactly straight with this front opening right here. So when putting it in, we can drop it in and get the handle lined up perfectly straight ahead. Alright, the next piece we're going to grab is this piece right here. It's got a rubber gasket to keep the water from coming up out of the handle, and it goes over top of the post for the lever. And this little piece that sticks out here slides right down onto the side and into a notch right here. So I'm going to take it apart and get this rubber piece on first. Get it seated down. Then I'm going to grab the plastic piece. See the little V? It goes to the front. The little notch over here to the left will slide right down on top. Into that little notch on the side. You see it slide down? Alright, there it is. And what you want to do is you want to have that little notch right here at the top where the handle is to be as straightforward as possible. That'll keep your handle nice and straight. Alright, next we're going to grab this piece and thread it back down over top. This will compress down that rubber gasket to make a nice seal. You want to make sure you get this on here nice and square so you don't cross thread it. And just start threading it down. As far as you can go by hand first. Alright. Then you'll take your channel locks, tighten it up a little bit to compress that rubber gasket nicely. Alright, now it's time to put the handle back on. Grab your Allen key, grab the handle, slide it down right over the post. Center it up nice and straight. And tighten it down. Turn your hot and cold water back on. All right, let's test it out. Usually when you shut off the water, it drips once or twice, but then it should stop. There you go, we fixed it. $2.10 in parts and about 15 minutes of time. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave some comments and please subscribe. Check out my other videos and have a great day, everybody.